Hello, welcome to Introduction to Business, offered by Harper College. We are entering week 15, and what do we have this week? Let me open up this one. We're at the week 15 module. We'll be covering chapter 20, which is on banking. Interesting topic because this week, I think this whole the last couple of weeks, Ben Bernanke is going to be replaced, and he's going to be replaced by a lady. And part of the forums, you could give me some information on who this new chairman of the Federal Reserve is going to be and some information on her. Okay, let's go into week 15. So week 15, we only have a few more weeks. Next week is week 16. We'll be basically spending most of the time on your feasibility study, working on that, getting everything else done, and any kind of chapters we have left. So this week, click on the overview. Overview, you're going to have this YouTube that you're watching right now. It tells you something what's going on for the week, knowing how you're going to be able to attain the 70 points and other information. Okay, and then you're going to have one form. It's going to be on banking. This form is going to be worth 25 points. So let's go into our form. Do an internet search, 25 points, increase the forum points as to help you with, what do you call it, as to help you with your overall grade. To learn more about the banking crisis from 2008 when it basically started and all the way to 2011. And it's still kind of manifesting now, even in 2013. But it basically had a life expectancy. And if you look at all the accounting rules and everything else and new regulations that came into effect because of the banking meltdown, for lack of better words, we'll see what the new regulations are out there now. So, okay, so you're doing an internet search and the latest articles on the global financial crisis, find out what happened then and where are we at this time. Post some of the links for the articles. As you post the links, even though I will post some of the links within Blackboard, some of those links you should start saving them because most of you are going to go into business or management. You'll be taking some more accounting classes, some more finance classes. Hey, you found these links now, save them and use them as research. So when you have to basically when you're in your four-year university or your master's or even down for your PhD and you need all this data that you have in here, you also will have the sources on there. What happened to global banking regards to international banking standards? Remember, national banking standards, because of what happens in the U.S. is still what's happening in the U.S. with our fiscal policies or lack of fiscal policies, lack of shutdown or lack of keeping the government going. What is going on in the financial market? Also look at Bitcoin, because remember, right now the banking industry and everything else controls all the money flow back and forth. The banking. Remember when we looked at the other things, we look at banking. What is a dollar? What is the value of currency? Why do we have money? So now, when you understand those concepts and looking at the banking, do I really need a bank or could I have what you call the Bitcoins, another way of transferring funds? But the problem with the Bitcoins, there's no way of knowing that it's guaranteed, even though they have a pretty good market out there, but there's no way for the government to tax to see how the flow of currency is going forward and backward. But Bitcoin is resurrecting. Bitcoin is growing. It's something that my financial markets are looking at. You know, what are derivatives? Find out what are derivatives. If you look at gold, are we in the gold standards? No, but a lot of people are buying gold certificates. So it's kind of a derivative of here's a pot of gold. I own a share, and then I start selling off my ownership of this share, but I actually don't own that pot of gold. So that's something like a derivative will work at a similar principle. So that's something you can bring in there. How's the Federal Reserve managing these instruments called derivatives? And is there a problem in manipulating the investment in the market in favor of speculator hedgers? Remember, speculator hedgers. The hedgers are betting a small amount that they're going to make some money in the future. Speculating are also trying to play around with the market. They're speculating that the price is going to go up or down. Whether they have this currency that they're hedging on, and how are they going to get rid of it without making a profit. Remember, when you're looking at the financial market, the banking, everything else with electronics, there are systems out there that they will buy and trade instantly, and it's kind of hard. It's like a robo trading mechanism. So it's kind of hard for an individual to crash into the market, but there's more laws and regulation. Because sometimes by these robo buying and selling, it's basically creating a market run or a market slowdown or something that's basically created by speculators or hedgers or by the investment community? So is it really the free market, or is there someone that is playing with it? That's what you in the banking industries, whether it's the banking industry, Federal Reserve here in the United States, or the banking industries in Tokyo or China or everything else, their own Federal Reserve equivalent to our Federal Reserve, and looking at the International Monetary Fund that is looking at the overview of all the banking and how we play nicely in the global market. Is there a big change? Is there something going on to a new type of a currency? Or how should the banking industry respond? Or what is the banking industry responding to technology? And that's basically it for this, for the forum. So there's a lot of information, and you really learn. I mean, and you'll learn from other people. So someone already posted something. That's what I'm going to post. Trust me, there's so much information out there. You could just go back. Okay, so now we're going back into our, so we've got the forums. You're only going to have one Learn Smart or 20 points, and this is a Learn Smart, because banking is a hard chapter. So you're going to, and I think I set up for 40 minutes. You should do more than enough. And then you only have one quiz. The quiz is, we're 20 points. I think there's like 10 questions or 11 or 12 questions. I can't remember, at 2 points each. So you get your 20 points. And then a short YouTube on chapter 20, talking about the banking industries and with my concept maps. So just to give you a general overview from what you're learning from the chapters, from Connect, and from our lectures and everything else. Okay, we're almost done. You only have a few more weeks. Hang in there. We had a little break, so now you're all refreshed. Don't give up now. Just go all the way to the end. You're like the runner at the end, running. Now you're almost at the finish line. Now you got to start picking up the speed, not slowing down, picking up the speed to make that target. All right. My name is Dr. George Mochocki, and this is week 15 in Introduction to Business, offered by Harper College, and we'll be talking about the Federal Reserve, the banking. Interesting chapter. As a business individual, you're looking at the open market. You're looking at the prime rate, you're looking at the lending ability, you're looking at terms and conditions, you're looking at what the banking industry is going to do with the deposits, and you're looking at the requirements and everything else that makes an effect for me as a small business to acquire cash, acquire the ability to get money from the bank, as long as the economy is stable and the banking industry, the Federal Reserve is maintaining the stability. So every dollar I spend is a dollar well worth. Every dollar I spend when I invest or transfer money from one side to the other, that's what the banking industry does. It basically helps me bring financial worth or capital from one country to another country through a mechanism we call the Federal Reserve or the global banking system. All right, so read this chapter, very good, and it's part of your feasibility, and you should do pretty good. You only got a couple more weeks. My name is Dr. George Mochocki, and I'll see you in the forum, and keep up the forums. Make sure your first forum by Tuesday.